Of the more than 21 million refugees around the world, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, estimates that at least 7% of global refugee population will eventually need to resettle to another country. What can we do to help? The Government of Canada has introduced a unique program to help refugees. The Blended Visa Office Referred Program makes it easier for private sponsors to provide support to refugees in need. The program is designed to resettle refugees identified by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, and submitted to Canadian visa offices abroad. It is called a blended program because it is a cost-sharing arrangement.
It's a one-year sponsorship and it's a cost-sharing, so 6 months of the financial support comes from the Government of Canada and another 6 months of the financial support comes from private sponsors.
Sponsors are also responsible for the first startup costs, such as putting the first and last payment for an apartment or furnishing an apartment. Sponsors are also responsible for 1 year of settlement support. By sponsoring BVOR refugees, you are helping the most vulnerable refugees to find a safe home in Canada. You are also allowing the Canadian government to resettle more refugees who are in need. These refugees have been assessed and have met the Canadian government's resettlement criteria, making them travel ready. They are able to travel 6 to 12 weeks after sponsorship applications are approved. There is also less paperwork for you. The program is open to sponsorship agreement holders, groups of 5, and community sponsors. You can get the refugee's information and be matched with the refugee or refugee family from the Refugee Sponsorship Training Program. RSTP is mandated and funded by Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, to provide training and support to current and potential sponsoring organizations and group. RSTP is also responsible for matching sponsoring groups with refugees coming to Canada through the BVOR program. This is how we support you. We provide orientation, webinars, one-on-one support, and workshops. What are the sponsor settlement responsibilities? Reception at the airport. Arrange for housing and other basic necessities. Help find healthcare providers. Enroll the newcomers in school. Connect the newcomers with language classes, job training services. Provide emotional and moral support. Why sponsor a BVOR refugee?
These refugees have been considered the most vulnerable refugees who are in need of resettlement. They have no other solution but to resettle to other countries such as Canada. They cannot go back to their home countries, they cannot stay where they are, so they need to resettle.
You're getting at least as much out of it as you put in, and you learn things about yourself, and you know, it's not just about helping somebody else, by no means. It's a two-way street. It's a fantastic and rewarding experience. On the whole, it's been fantastic. We feel very close to the newcomers. I think the message is that the private sponsors do such a great job. The statistics back it up that the newcomers are more successful when they have private sponsors. So you really are making like this enormous difference in somebody's life. You're not just saving their life, but when they get here, you're making their life a success. It's so hard for newcomers to understand our society and culture and find a job. You're helping them with all those things. You notice changes in children so fast. Kids go to school in no time. They're picking up English slang and they're playing sports, and I can't recommend it highly enough because it's such a great experience.
By bringing in more BVOR refugees, you're allowing even more refugees to find hope. Share the cost and save a life.